we're live. Welcome to Strikeout Beer, your least favorite podcast. As always, I'm Alan.
I'm RD.
How you doing, buddy?
You know, some stupid prick took our tagline and made it a podcast. Ever tell you about
What do
that?
you mean?
If you Google your least favorite podcast, it's a fucking podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Stupid fucking bozos.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Don't you have a lawyer on retainer? Can you handle that?
I usually keep them for like big things, not like my little.
I think this is big.
This thing ain't been big in forever.
It's big to me.
Oh God, it's real to me,
It's real
damn
to
it.
me.
What are we drinking tonight?
We're drinking Michelob Ultra Zero. This just came out this month, like just now, brand new in the stores.
Happy dry January, everybody.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's doing the most with their life.
Doing the Lord's work.
They
One
let you
might say.
drink.
Well, I mean,
You ever heard of
Depends.
Jesus juice?
if you're Catholic, yes. Other religions, it's frowned upon.
Is it? No, like that's what all those Christian ladies all drinking. They're all getting lit on wine and stuff.
There we go. It's kind of.
This thing sucks.
It's okay.
It's not terrible. I've had worse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, so this is 0.0. Like usually you get to 0.5 or whatever, but this
Right.
is 0.0, 29 calories, superior alcohol-free brew. What's you got anything else on it?
I did
When you're
when we
carving
did a
up
review.
When you're carving up slopes in the 29 calories, 6.5
Yeah.
carbs, less than 1 gram of protein, no fat. Enjoy responsibly. Fuck you talking about? It's like I'm drinking carbonated water. Enjoy responsibly.
Responsibly.
There's nothing in it.
Yeah, but don't be trying to slam one while you're skiing down the black slopes, okay?
Why not?
That's not responsible.
That seems like it'd be fucking all right.
You know?
Out of all the shit you could do, that seems like it's definitely reasonable.
It's not responsible. So,
I'm going. So I'm not going skiing next month, but I'm going to the mountains, right?
I didn't know that was an option.
And I don't ski.
Okay.
I've gotten old. I'm old, right?
Okay, well, the way you said it was like this was like a known thing, like you were going skiing next month. This is the first I've heard of this.
Oh, yeah. So, anyways, I'm not going skiing. I told you I'm not. I'm going to go hang out.
Well, you just said it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I kind of want to ski. I don't have skis. I don't have anything,
you can rent that stuff.
I mean, how much does that shit cost?
I don't know.
That shit costs money, man.
Obviously.
And you got to pay like a lift pass and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I got it in me.
Okay.
Just want to go hang out. All I want to do is sit in a chair with like a fire with snow all around me and like just a bunch of Coronas. I've seen it in a commercial once, and that's what I want to do.
That's what you want to do
Yeah.
with the Coronas.
I don't give a shit.
Typically with the Coronas, that's at a beach.
No, I saw it with Coronas too. Because
Okay.
it was like a winter ad, for take the beach or take whatever fucking with you. And I was like, yeah, I'll take that.
Take it with you and
I'll
shove
probably
it
ju-
up your.
I'll probably just have Millers like anything else. I am going to hit up a couple breweries on the way out there, and we're stopping to see the aliens in Roswell. But yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
So you got that going for you, which is nice.
we're taking the dog.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I don't either.
Like, Lizzie wants to travel with the dog.
Okay.
So, got that going for us. What the fuck are we going to do with her all day? You know what I mean?
She's gonna get a little baby Bjorn and put her in it.
Well, she has one.
Okay.
It's a sling. But yeah, she's got her boots and her jacket and shit like that, It's not great. I live in hell. This is hell. Population me. Every fucking day. I keep messing with this thing too. It's going to probably knock all the connection loose.
Yeah.
Would be the first time.
Won't be the last.
You goddamn right about that.
Yeah.
Dylan Busby in the house. Thanks for the like, buddy, on Facebook. Thank you so much.
What's up, Busby?
Yeah. So this is where I do if I do a quick beer review, this is where I do it.
That's where you do it now.
Yeah, I'm trying out some new things, and I'm trying to do more on my phone. And those, you know what? Those new mics that I bought, new lapel mics. It might be right there next to you.
This?
Yeah, one of them's already fucking broke. It doesn't work,
Oh yeah.
dude. I only paid I didn't pay much for them,
All right.
but they sound okay. They don't sound terrible.
When'd you buy him?
Like a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Or like 6 months ago, maybe. Yeah.
That's not that new, buddy.
Well, I never used them either.
Right.
So they all work. They worked when I got them,
Okay.
and then now they just don't work.
Oh.
One of them doesn't, but the other one does. It's like hit or miss on the sound. I'm like, why I don't. You know what I'm trying to do is not have to use this board for anything. Like if I got my phone, let me just use my phone, plug in it. But you know what? I just gonna have to pony up and pay for some decent ones. That's what it's gonna come down to, right? It's like everything I'm buying is like $10, $20, whatever. You're not
So
gonna
you kind of get what you pay for.
Yeah. Well, fucking work at least. Hey, the sound quality could be terrible.
It worked once, right?
One of them did. I don't know if the other one did, but I know one of them works. So stupid freaking thing. So yeah, just sucks. Everything sucks.
You okay, buddy?
Not really.
Oh no!
Nah,
Oh no!
it's not great. Anyway. But yeah, so been in here. I was like, all right, well, we'll put the SB up and whatever. And yeah, I don't like the lighting in here, so maybe it needs to be an overhaul. Just maybe get some more stuff out of here. Hey, we're gonna knock this wall down. It's gonna open this wall. It's gonna open this place wide.
So much more room for
I
activities.
mean, think about it. Why do we have this wall here? On the other side, like right about there is the fireplace. So I mean, all that could be just wide open, man. I think it'd be nice.
Okay.
Just want to knock walls down.
This
This is a load-bearing beam.
Now, this room was the first place that we started doing the podcast.
Indoors.
Yeah, with video. So when we were doing it with audio, we were out back by the pool at the bar.
Yeah.
And then when we started doing video, there was like a long dining room table in here that me and you sat across from each other at, and ran the audio and video from there.
Yeah, it was nice. A little warm in here during the summertime, though. A little warm. But yeah, and then we moved into there.
Yeah.
We did it in the den for a while, and then we moved into the room. So yeah, been all over this house.
Yeah.
We're gonna start next week. We'll just do it in the
bathtub.
It's gonna have to happen eventually. But yeah, no, I was thinking about the living room. Just just chill on the couch, just hang out.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Maybe.
Well, what's up, man? What are we doing? What are we talking about? How are you, by the way? Bob Euchre died.
That one hit me a little hard.
I was
unconsolable. It came out of nowhere. Yeah, that's a word.
I was like on the floor, just like, well, I don't know what's going on. Why are we here?
Yeah.
What is the reason?
I was like, oh man, Bob Euchre. Like you sent that to me, and I was like, fuck.
I know I saw him before, like, in commercials and stuff like that and whatever. But my first real interaction or whatever with him was Major League.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like 8 years old or when I watching Major League. But he was great in that movie. He was phenomenal.
And if you want a fun, like you want to go down a fun rabbit hole on YouTube, look up like him, like on Johnny Carson. Like he was on Johnny Carson like once a month.
Yeah.
Like he was always on with Carson. And just hilarious.
Yeah.
For a lot of people don't know, he did stand-up comedy.
I was gonna say
right?
Stand-up guy.
So you can go and check him out and like listen to him, like go back and like listen to some of his interviews, and I've heard a lot here lately because everyone's playing everything and they're all just gold. Like they're just like that guy's got it.
They his statue outside of the stadium up there is, I think it's Milwaukee, right?
Yeah,
Milwaukee.
yeah. He did play-by-play for Milwaukee for years.
Miller Lights, and they were like the cans keep coming. People kept dropping off 6ers and 12 packs for him and stuff like that. He was a Miller Lite guy.
He was a spokesman for Miller Lite too. Yeah,
they kind of almost brought that style of commercial back with J.J. Watt and what's it called? One of the Wilson brothers, not Owen, the other one.
Zach.
No, jackass. Anyways, but they're both in it. Like Miller's good. It's less tasting or better tasting, less filling type of whatever. But so that sucks. That really does suck.
Yeah, it was. That one was a little tough.
Yeah,
but we move on. We remember. We never forget. We move on.
Here's Bud.
Stay hard, Bob.
Usually do that away from the mic, but that's cool. He
Stay
just
scared
the shit out of the 2 people who listen to the show audibly. They're like, "Oh, I didn't see that coming."
Got to keep you on your toes. Keep you on your toes. So I watched a baseball movie yesterday.
Field of Dreams.
No, it's a newer movie that came out. Just came out on Netflix.
Angels in Outfield.
No. You Gotta Believe. Have you heard of this?
No.
So this had
sounds really stupid.
Luke Wilson. Is it Luke, his brother?
The one I was just talking about.
Yeah. that made me think of it. Him and Greg Kinnear are in it. And it's based on the true story of the 2002 Fort Worth team that went to the Little League World Series.
West Side.
And they all rallied around one of the kids' dads who was diagnosed with terminal melanoma cancer.
You got the great Hambino in there.
You do. He plays a small little role in it, but he's in it. Awful movie.
Oh,
like
God.
it wasn't good. Like,
I mean, Rotten Tomatoes says 58%. That's
it wasn't,
over 50. And
like,
then IMDb says 5.4 out of 10.
Here's the thing. It wasn't that good, but it's a movie that's going to suck you in and get some tears out of you. Okay.
It's one of those.
It's going to get you. And you're just like, God, especially like with the way the movie ends, you're just like, you know what? This is how we're going to end this movie. Oh, this right here.
So they die. Someone dies.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not a spoiler or anything. The dad, he had terminal cancer, brain cancer. Yeah. So yeah, he died. But
they couldn't end the movie before then.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. That's like they end it with that, and then they end it with.
Is Greg Kinnear the dad?
No, he's the coach.
Oh, okay.
Luke Wilson's the dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it was. It didn't do enough. Like, if they had did more baseball stuff with it,
yeah,
it would have been good. But they did more like awkward dad dying of cancer type things, and it's just like, so we got to shoehorn this in.
It's loosely a baseball movie.
Loosely.
Okay, it's more about some dude dying of cancer.
I mean, well, there's more. They just didn't do.
There's more nuance.
There's a lot more like montages of baseball. Right? Like, okay. Give me a little bit more game action type things. I don't need a montage every time we go into things.
Oh,
like,
God. Yeah.
But, yeah. I don't know. If you want to cry, watch it.
Cry enough by myself in the car before I fucking go into work. I was
just shining it.
I sit in the...
Today the day.
I sit there and I pull in the driveway and shit and just sit there and fucking cry for about 10 minutes before I come back. She's like, you all right? Yeah, fucking great. Amazing. Feel amazing.
I'm just great. Great things are good. Things are awesome.
I put it back in the console, but I grabbed the bullet, put it in my pocket. I always carry the shell or the round around with me. And on it says one day.
Oh, I thought it said today's the day.
Today's the day. Oh shit! It's too much. It's too much fucking. You have to wrap your. It's hard to describe one of those things.
You wrote small. You knew you didn't have a lot of space.
I need one of those little, something like a little Dremel or something like that.
I thought you were going to say dreidel.
Dreidel, shut up! You can't.
You want those little dreidels?
Dreidel with a little tip on there. How's the Ultra NA? That's okay.
It's not bad.
I think it's got alcohol in it because I'm feeling a little something.
No,
it's weird.
No, that's the 12 claws you slammed in between shows.
I gotta get ready. I always wonder why I don't have any goddamn claws in the house.
Because you slam them.
Well, and I went live a couple times too, and so I was just fucking drinking. Those things are like drinking like Diet Cokes. You know what I mean? Like you get energy out of them, right? And they're low calorie, low carb, all that shit. All right, so since you had a terrible thing to watch, I'm here to report to you that I have finished the last season of What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh my gosh.
And I fucking laughed my ass off.
It was so good. The episode where Laszlo's, is it Laszlo?
His dad?
Yeah. And Colin Robinson is like, he's like the dad I never had. And Laszlo's like, I was your dad. I raised you. No, don't recall that.
You keep saying that. People are going to hear you.
But when Colin Robinson takes me, he's like, I have something to show you that I've never showed anybody. And he takes him, he's got the lock cabinet with all the Funko Pops in it. He's just like, these are...
He goes, here's Lizzo. She's fought with was it with a toaster or some shit? Or was it like a waffle maker or something? And then here's Lizzo with a blah, blah, blah. He goes, people don't know this, but they're rare. I'm like,
they're extremely rare.
It was great because the code's long as shit too. It's like, fucking 12 digits. Even the ghost looks at the camera. It's like shit. Yeah, a lot of laughs.
I thought Colin Robinson was the MVP of the season. Yeah. Like,
his comments and like drops and stuff were really good.
The one where homeboys forming the army.
What's his name? What the hell is his name?
I'm drawing a blank right now.
The other one?
Nandor's Army.
Yeah.
That episode was so freaking hilarious because like Colin Robinson, he just goes so. I need to put this on my list to say yes, you do. Yeah, it's on Hulu or you can watch it on Disney Plus. It's 6 seasons.
I would hope that you've already watched most of them because they are Like,
but
to
they're
get through the 6 seasons, it's a lot of work.
Well, I mean, they're 30-something episodes, or 30-minute episodes, right? Just under 30 minutes.
But the last season was good. I'll tell you this: I didn't see a bad season. I had fun the entire time watching it. It was something that was on FXX. I think it started on FX. But like the last season, it's MFer and this and that, so you can't watch it around kids. I mean, I know you don't have little ones in the house or anything like that, but that leads to it because the what's her name? She comes in there, she goes, "What's up, motherfucker?" She goes, "I think you're in the wrong place." She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we had some big dick dragon motherfuckers in here." And he goes, "Well, hold on, don't go.
Hold on.
But the Andor's army, they all think it's like, fucking mannequins and shit. And then it shows
ends up being like a real army, and Colin Robinson's like getting all into it with the training. And yes, sir, yes, sir. And then when they're like charging to go back, he just runs off. Like you're just like, oh my gosh, dude, this is so great.
He also, when he was hanging around the office, he got, everybody got a job at Guillermo's office, and so he gets in there and he just fucking starts beating the shit
he beats the shit out of Guillermo because he's trying to help Guillermo find his thing, right? Yeah. And then he just beats the living crap out of him. Dude, I was crying. I was laughing so hard.
I don't know if it's the best season, but it's a really good season. This one, so but the I watched the movie. I found out that was a movie. And so I watched the movie.
I still haven't watched the movie. I have it.
It's okay.
I just haven't watched it.
They did so good with this, like the whole series. And when it ends, you realize that they've done this like fucking 6 times. They've done documentaries like 6 fucking times. Guillermo's like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
They start showing all the older ones. Yeah, dude, it's so great.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah. It's a really good show. I highly recommend it. It's funny as can be. Like I said, 6 seasons, but they're less than 30 minutes an episode.
Laszlo's, I think he's my favorite. Obviously, Colin Robinson's up there, but Laszlo's my favorite. Like Matthew Berry, his enunciation of things and his delivery of words, and it actually led me to his other show. I can't even think of the name of it right now because I started watching episodes. And
same here. We both did the same day,
and it was like, okay, he's hilarious. And like, even like on like Twitter or Facebook, you'll see like what happened here or whatever. And someone will write out like a last quote, a succulent Chinese cuisine. And then like other people are like, I got it. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
He's
got some drops, man. Tucson, Arizona.
When he disappears and
goes to Daytona or
Ricky Daytona, he's running the bar. And he's the volleyball team. I recently watched Oppenheimer. I recommend that one. I've been wanting to watch it. I don't have 12 hours to sit down and watch it. Like
I couldn't do it.
I hear it's good.
It was okay. I watched most of it. But is it not Matthew Berry anymore? What the hell's his?
Yeah,
I know, right? But it's pulling up Oh, there it is, Matthew Berry. Okay, yeah. I was pulling up the other Berry, the fantasy guy.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, Toast of London, and that shit's hilarious too. But yeah, this one it went from 2019 to 2022. I'm trying to see how many episodes there are, just so it can kind of help you out. But yeah, dude, freaking hilarious. But yeah, Oppenheimer. It sucks watching movies around here because like she'll fall asleep.
Right.
And so now I'm sitting there, now I'm fighting just like I'm awake, but I'm like, I'd rather be playing Rocket League and having a claw or something. And then like, snoring and stuff like that. I'm like, buddy, when I'm looking around, I'm looking at the thing, it says like an hour to go. I go, you know what? I'm good. Don't care. I haven't walked off.
We watched
Toast of London. Yes.
Yeah. We watched Heredity the other day. Me and Liz did.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
It's a horror movie.
Yeah.
Right? Scary movie.
It's almost a 3-hour movie.
Jesus Christ.
And we didn't realize it. Like we're sitting there and we're watching it, and she's like, how much longer is left in this? I was like, and you kind of hit the pause button. You're like, well, we've been watching it for an hour. And you look over like, we got like almost 2 hours left. I'm like, holy hell.
No. No.
There was that, but I will say this about that movie, Heredity. It's a decent, scary movie. It had a moment where I audibly let out a what the and I hadn't done that during the movie, and I can't remember the last time, but like there's a moment where I was just like, oh, like audible, like
There's
and it was just something that was just so messed up. Like it wasn't like gory or it's just I don't know. It was just a shocking moment. Yeah. Like a shocking moment where you're like, I did not see that coming at all.
They had a list. This person did a list of I think the top 10 or top 15 like horror movies, and it was based on audience reaction, like their heart rate and their jump scares and shit like that. And I think that was the number 2 of like all time.
Yeah, it had there's a couple moments where you're like, but there was just that one moment where like, I'm going to have to show you that because I know you're not going to watch the movie. Yeah. But I'm going to show you that scene. I'll show you that scene later.
I mean, I'm going to watch Nosferatu, I guess. It's on Prime, or it's on Prime now.
Is it really?
Well, not Prime. You have to pay for it.
Okay.
It's on Amazon.
Okay.
It's on Amazon,
yeah. Hey, I saw there's a Wolfman out now. The classic was good. Yeah, there's a new Wolfman that's I don't know if it's out yet.
They're making the circle. You know, they're having Wolfman. They have Nosferatu. They have you know they're doing all the they're coming back around. But yeah, it's the chick. I think the girl from that money laundering movie or show with Jason Bateman. It was on Netflix. It wasn't called
Ozark.
Ozarks, yeah, Ozark. There you go. So she's in it. I think she's the main, and then she has a kid or something like that. But yeah, a lot of good stuff to watch right now. And like I said, I finished that up. Here's my thing that I've been kind of going.
Lily Rose Depp.
I don't know her fucking name. I don't even care what her name is. I just know what she looks like.
Blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Johnny Depp's kid.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. William Dafoe's in it too.
Oh, is he the bad
Willem.
guy?
Willem.
But Park. What's Park? Anyway,
maybe that's a character.
I'm going back through the like old movies. They're like so everything started popping up like those old sex comedies and stuff like that, like Meatballs and shit like.
Okay, yeah.
So Zapped came on. I've never seen Zapped. It's got
haven't heard of that.
Yeah, it's got the guy not Cheech and Chong. Joni Loves Chachi or some shit like that.
Scott Baio.
It's got Scott Baio.
Okay,
in it. And he gets donked in the head, and he's got all of a sudden he's got powers. It's kind of a sexual predator movie, if you want to think about it.
A lot of movies, like that were like Meatballs, where they're drilling holes so they can watch the girls in the showers and stuff like Porky's. Okay, Porky's. Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's like zapping clothes off of chicks and all this. There's a lot of nudity. I had a lot of fun.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I was like having a couple drinks and just laughing my ass off. But the reason I brought that up was one, I'm watching older movies and I think they're funny. They're some cheesy but funny. They're like an hour and 17 minutes long.
So great,
dude. We were living in the sweet spot. You know, of course, back then I was like 6, 7 years old and not watching those movies. But now I'm like, dude, just give me this hour and 17, hour and 10, hour and 20. And I remember when they I went and saw like a first like an hour and 20 long movie. I was like, 2 hours? 2 hours? And then shit, Titanic was forever.
Oh my gosh.
You're just sitting at Titanic and like, Jesus Christ, just end already. I remember going to that movie and I was walking out the door, and my dad's like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "Going to the movies tonight. We're gonna go watch." He goes, "What are you watching?" I was like, "Titanic." He goes, "Bad news." He goes, "The boat sinks." I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, what the hell are you going to watch?" I was like, "I don't know, man." It's like, I wanted to go watch it. I'm going to go to the movies, you know.
Yeah. Ozark, old school.
Like, yeah. Damn it.
I did watch.
Boat sinks. No shit.
Knights of Badassdom.
Okay. Like Knight?
Yeah. Okay. And it's from 2013 and it had Peter Dinklage in it and Steve Zahn. It's got Abed. It's in it.
I saw the preview to that or something because I was like, hey, that's Abed.
Yeah. And it wasn't bad. Wasn't like a great movie, but they're like LARPers and they're doing the, the live action role playing and all that. And it's kind of cheesy and over the top type stuff, but it was a good laugh. Like I laughed.
I walked right by there. Will you give me one of those Oktoberfest? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, if you're sitting around, it's like, like, oh, what are we going to watch? It's like, no, I'm tired of scrolling. I'm tired of looking. We're going to watch. I'm doing Up Next. And I did that before like a year ago. And that's how I got into some of these movies. There you go.
And this one was on the Plex. Mm-hmm. And I was just kind of scrolling through it. And I didn't notice what year it came out. But like I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, okay, I knew all these guys, and like one of the guys was one of the guys from True Blood. I don't know if Lizzie ever made you watch that. Some, but
it's on Signature right now. It's about to run through all the series, all the what's it called?
The True Blood.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's on That was an HBO show. That was the first few seasons were good. Then it just kind of meh. But I didn't realize it was from 2013 when I was like, yeah, I'll watch it.
12 years
and
old.
then as I'm watching, I'm like, man, Steve Zahn looks really young here. They de-age him or something like that. And then I pull it up and I'm like, oh crap, this is from 12 years ago. And spoiler alert, Abed looks exactly like he does now. Like that guy hasn't aged in the last 12 years.
Danny Pudi or something like that.
Yeah.
He's he's hilarious. I got my kid watching Community when he came into town last, and he was just laughing his ass off. I go, it's funny stuff, man. We used to live we were in the peak. We
had no idea how good we had it that night. That night, you had Parks and Rec, Community,
Office,
and 30 Rock.
Mm-hmm. The best 2 hours of
it was so great. Like, and the thing was with like all those, they all had like a little thing at the end, right? At the end of all the credits while they're doing the credits. And if you set your DVR to record each episode, you would miss that end part.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just set it to record the first show and then just set it to record for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Funny. So that, and then I would just watch it. I'd just watch that one and just.
There was always that after that. There were always
on every single one of them.
And I was like, I remember like showing Lizzie the show or whatever. And we're sitting there, and I was like, this is every time it's Abed in the morning,
Troy and Abed in the morning.
What are they doing? I go, it's just stupid shit they do. Then they do that rap, the Spanish rap. Donde está
la biblioteca?
I'm like, it just but it was great. But anyhow, but yeah, that's some stuff to watch. Definitely watch. What We Do in the Shadows, the last season. I'd go through them all because it's worth it. But yeah, new movies and things like that. Just kind of, I've been hammering them out. And
I've been just hammering movies out, but I'll probably watch 1 or 2 a day.
Yeah.
Just get as I'm sitting there, and they're on in the background, right? But then like the other night, I said to Liz, I was like, hey, you want to sit down and watch a movie? I saw this movie Heredity, and she's a big fan of scary movies and stuff. And she's like, what's it about? I go, I don't know. Just looks. It's got freaking Toni Collette in it, and she's pretty. I like her. I think she's a pretty good little actress.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. She was on. There was a show on.
What's
I think it was Showtime. Toni Collette. You would recognize her.
Australian actress and singer. Oh yeah, I know her.
Yeah. She had a show on. I think it was on Showtime. Called like the United States of Terror, where she played someone with like multiple personalities.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty funny.
I think I remember that. Funny.
That was on the same time as Hung. Did you ever watch Hung?
No.
Hung and Californication.
Oh, my parents told me about Californication.
Californication was pretty good with David Duchovny.
Yeah.
That one was pretty good. And Hung.
When they turned it off like 5 seconds into it, because it came on while we were sitting. We came in there and you're like, oh yeah, this is whatever. And of course it's on. He goes click.
It's pretty wild ass.
Yeah. But he'll sit there. I'm sure he's sitting there with a drink in his hand.
Oh yeah. No, whatever. That's I. You need to check that one out. Check out Californication. David Duchovny's character's wheels off in that.
Yeah, he's a sex
a lot.
Right?
Yeah. There's a lot, and then Hung is pretty good. It's like he's like a.
That's got the guy from Batman.
Thomas Jane. No, he was the Punisher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was the Punisher. But he becomes like a male escort. He's got a huge dong, and he's like trying to supplement his income and stuff. But it had like 2 or 3 seasons. It wasn't real long, but it was pretty good. And they're both like 20 something minutes.
Okay.
Episode.
Nice.
So
yeah, and so I've been talking about this on the stream before or recently. So HBO Signature on like DirecTV. It'll play like whole seasons at a time, like a season a day of like whatever the next show is. And that's why I said like True Blood or True whatever.
Yeah.
Also that cop show.
The Wire.
That's coming up. I saw it on the list, but I just ran right through The Sopranos again.
Okay.
You turn it on. You don't have to. I'm like, and so I think it was Kill. Kill was like, well, you don't have to. You can watch that on the Max. I go, but I had to hit play and I had to hit next and I had to hit okay.
You don't have to hit next.
Well,
it'll go next for you.
But I'm like, you know what? The other one. It just plays. I walk in and out of the room. I leave. I don't have to fire up that app. I just hit the TV, turn the TV on, and it's on. I was like, I like that. I like that a lot.
Well, it was like that channel I found on Amazon Prime. It was through Freevee, where it was just playing the old Ninja Turtles cartoon nonstop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
It just keeps rebooting,
just rolling through every episode and every season. I'd just be like, Fire it up. Boom. Okay. We're on season 4 right now, episode 3.
I don't know why it's like that with the Are We There Yet and Anger Management. They have their own channels on, and then they added
on the
another,
Plex.
They added another one, like, or it's on the, what's it called? Whiskey! Yeah.
What's up, Whiskey?
What's going on, man? I was just talking about you earlier.
Whiskey, what do you think of your new head coach of your Jets?
You say dry January, you mean light beer? That's
zero.
That's Ultra
the
Zero,
Club Ultra
sir.
Zero. Yeah.
I miss the cat.
The cat was a lot cooler.
I like the cat. Yeah.
Yeah. This Henson guy's a real dick.
I don't know why it's funny. It's just funny. I'm excited to see them fail next season.
Oh, buddy. Sounds like he's fallen in line with all other Jets fans. Good to hear.
Have you put the paper sack on your head yet? You know, I told Lizzie the joke the other day. I was just kind of casually passing by her. I was like, guy walked in the liquor store, put a 6-pack up on the counter or whatever. You know, the guy was like, "You need a bag for that?" He goes, "No, she ain't that ugly." And it was a quick hit. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't realize I just told a joke. She thought I was telling a story about something, you know, whatever. And she's like, "Oh shit!" It's like,
no, they're not, Henson. Go, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, we have way too much talent. We're gonna be fine.
You got any coaches left?
We got coaches.
Who do you got left that actually calls plays and knows what they're doing?
We'll be fine. We'll be just fine.
Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything is fine.
Can't wait. Next year is going to be like, I'll be so excited. I'll probably walking around with a rock, just
with a rock
the whole time. Just it's like this, at attention all day.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson,
just
like a rock action figure.
You know what sucks is that I hope they don't, because one, you make dough off them and like the Vikings this year, right? It was like just easy, $10-$20, slap it on the game. It's easy peasy, man. It's money in the bank, and it's like next year. I hate trying to find these, like for the White Sox, right? The White Sox in baseball. I want to find the team that's just going to guarantee me the win every freaking week. You lose 3 times or twice. Who cares? But you're getting that win.
Right.
And I want that team.
We're going to be just fine. Henson.
Chiefs and Bills.
Just fine.
Chefs and Bills. I mean, the Bills have to play the Chefs and
we're
the
We're going to talk
Revs.
about that later. We're going to talk about that later.
Does anybody want to make picks with us tonight? It could be Whiskey. It could be Henson. I bet I could do a nice little 3-way call.
Yeah, we could probably make that happen.
You have to put your headset on. Devastating loss, lose both play call. Yeah, no, they're not.
It's okay. We're going to be fine. Everything's fine. Okay?
I asked, so this was a serious question to Alan. We're already here. We can talk about this.
Ask.
It was a serious question I asked Alan. I go, well, how long is the window? Because, it's been 2 years now, maybe almost 3 years that he's been like, we're gonna win the whole damn thing. We're going to win the whole damn thing, whatever. And then it was like, okay, so how long can you keep the band together? And that includes coaches. Players, coaches, the whole shebang. And you're like, we're going to be like this for years and years to come. Here it is, year 3. I would say year 3.
Year 3.
Because last year was year 2. This is
last year was the first year.
Okay.
Because the year before that we just missed the playoffs. We started off a little
year 3
slow,
is next
but
year.
this is year 3 of.
Okay, so now we're in year 3, and you've lost 2 of your play callers and things like that.
That happens when you're a good team, though.
And which is fine. But if you can't get that, and you don't, like, who's a step up, all that kind of stuff, and have they already talked about replacing these guys?
There's talks out there for sure. I haven't paid a lot of attention to that, to be honest with you. So, some of the guys that they were there was a couple guys that they were talking about. One guy they were talking about was our defensive line coach, or maybe it was our offensive line coach. But he just went to offensive line coach, and he just went to New England to be the offensive coordinator there under Vrabel. He's been part of Vrabel's staff before in Tennessee. Thought very highly of him. But yeah, he was a guy that they were kind of talking about possibly replacing Ben Johnson. But there's. I'm not worried and I'm not concerned. And here's the reason. Here's a couple reasds why I'm not.
You got another easy schedule next year?
No, we've actually got some pretty tough. I think we go to on the road to Kansas City, Buffalo. We've got some pretty.
Was it week 1? Week 1 in Kansas City last year?
The year this year, but last year.
Yeah. Chris Jones didn't play, and was it Kadarius Toney kept slapping the ball in the air? Is that game?
I don't know.
And it
I
was
mean,
nonstop
that's any
false
game that
starts?
could. Oh, that they never called.
Yeah, they finally called it in the fourth quarter or whatever. And I was like, oh, well, I'm glad they're getting around to it or whatever.
But here's one reason why I'm not over, especially with the offense, why I'm not concerned. There is a ton of talent there, and
Sure,
there's a lot of great offensive coaches out there and they're going to have someone come in who can do stuff with it. Okay, yeah, Ben Johnson liked to call trick plays and things like that every once in a while. That's cool and all, but
you
that's
say
not
every
the reason.
once in a while. Like most teams call a trick play and perform a trick play every once in a while. You guys do it like 8 times a game.
About 2 to 3.
That's more
About
than
2 to
most
3.
teams
It is.
do throughout the whole season.
Yeah, but
Henson loves the poke bear. Yeah, oh yeah.
we've got, and as far as like our offense is concerned, we've got one guy that is a free agent that I would really like to bring back. Zeitler, or one of our offensive linemen. Really love to have him back. Other than that, all your key position players, they're all locked up.
Yeah.
So
you got the talent.
The talent's
you just
there.
need to make sure you have the coaching staff to do
right.
it, which,
and I believe in Dan Campbell. I still believe in Dan Campbell.
To do what?
To bring in.
What's he do? Oh, you mean hire? He doesn't do hiring, I'm sure, right? You think he does hiring and firing?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Your head coach picture.
Do you finally say Jared Goff is a good or elite quarterback? He's still good. He's not elite. He's never been elite.
I think he's someone we can win the Super Bowl with.
There you go. So you heard it here. I mean, not first. I mean, they've been saying that shit in Michigan since they got there.
I've believed in him since we got him because the one thing when Jared Goff was at his best with LA was when they had a run game. Mm-hmm. And that was something that we've had here. And that's something that's definitely helped him become where if you look at the last 3 seasons, he's got more yards and more touchdowns than any other quarterback in the NFL.
Over the what?
The last 3 seasons. He has the most yards and touchdowns over any quarterback in the NFL.
Oh, did Burrow miss a year? Yeah, Burrow missed a year. Okay, never mind.
So
I mean that might be true. I don't know if it is.
Okay, but you got to be available to play, right?
Exactly. I don't know if that's true though.
That is.
Yards and touchdowns.
Yeah. The last 3 seasons.
Passing touchdowns or total touchdowns?
I think it's passing touchdowns.
Okay.
But
because I was going to say Lamar and Josh Allen definitely have more than he does.
I don't know.
Total. I mean, it's when people pick, stats and stuff like that, they usually omit certain things to make it so where they can say that. And you're probably listening to the jerk off twins up there, and
no. This was on the broadcast last week.
This is on a broadcast.
This was on the broadcast Saturday.
Did you see that? Oh my God, I gotta fucking. There was this dude from Woodward Sports or whatever. He's like you. I mean, he was full.
I don't really listen to Woodward.
Go full, like no one does. But like he was like talking about how they were. You got to watch it because it's crazy as shit. Like I'm like, dude, you could have just been like, yeah, you know what? It's gonna be a tough matchup, this and that. And he's like, no, we're gonna curb stomp these losers and stuff like that. I'm like, I
was optimistic about us beating the Commanders. I felt like we should have, right?
9-point favorites.
But at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that factored into it. And it wasn't. There's a lot of people blaming Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, saying they were too focused on
their next job.
Yeah,
that's weird,
that's
right?
BS, right?
Yeah, I didn't believe it.
You're telling me these coaches are not trying to in an opportunity where they have a good chance at winning a Super Bowl, and they're not focused on that. And they're focused on the next job.
They can put that feather in their hat, like, "Hey, we went all the way here."
Right?
Like, that's
just just stupid.
Yeah,
right? Do I think there was some do I think there were some issues with some of the stuff that Ben Johnson did? Yes, I think he got a little bit too cute. You had Jahmyr Gibbs running the crap out of the ball, playing great. Why we only give him 14 carries? I don't know. Right? You work in David Montgomery for 7 carries. He's averaging 4 yards. Okay. But Jahmyr was just on another level. He really was.
He looked beat up too, like Montgomery.
He just didn't look. He averaged 4 yards a carry, which is good. Yeah. But he just looked different, and Gibbs looked so much better. Yeah. Should you be calling again?
Look like
and I said this because if you want to hear my 100% raw thoughts on the loss, with 2 minutes left in the game, I went live. I recorded a Talking Lines with Alan. And so there is an episode out there right as the loss is happening at the end of it. Calling that trick play with Jameson Williams making that pass, is that the right time? I don't know. But at the end of the day, that's what we did. That's what got us there, right? So you can't really the only reason why you're second guessing it is because that play didn't work. If that play works,
it
right?
Didn't work.
It just Jameson should have thrown the ball away. Nobody was open, right? But you've got a young guy who's, I think he's got one other pass attempt in his career, throwing the ball in the leverage. Is that the time? Whatever. That's how we've played all season. Yeah. Right. And just like last year, I still back us going for it on fourth down as much as we do, because it's why we were where we were at, why we were the number one seed.
Same thing with the Washington Commanders too. They apparently go for it every freaking.
They do it a lot too, right? I mean?
It's like, holy shit, man. And maybe that's the future coming.
It's
what I mean? When you get these turnover, and then you're gonna have more fourth downs. And remember that coach that was was he a Texas high school head coach or a college head coach? He goes, we don't punt.
They don't punt and they kick onside kicks
every freaking time.
Yeah.
He's like, we don't do any of that. Yeah. We're not, we're going for it. And he's like, I got the analytics to back it up if you want to look at them.
Yeah. And they murder like everybody too.
Yeah. Because they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But once you get these old dogs out of here, you're looking at the new NFL. Because Dan Quinn's already adopted it, and he does it with the Commanders. Y'all do it with the Lions. And these other teams are going to be like, yeah, man, we don't need to get, 10 yards in 3 downs. We're going to get them in 4 downs.
Give me a 4th and 2, 4th and 1, manageable, right? And then I've got plays that we can get a yard. We can get 2 yards.
Eagles just push
right,
it. Just go.
So yeah, and I have a lot more thoughts on this. I'm not going to bog down the whole podcast today with my thoughts on the Lions.
Yeah, go check out his.
I am going to be recording some more episodes of Talking Lions. I've kind of decided I want to bring that back
all season. You could have been a chipper fun mood all season.
The league will decide who they want, dude. Did you hear Troy getting pissed?
Yeah, he got pissed. And what's crazy is like the ownership and whatever of the Kansas City Chiefs, and even some Chiefs fan, they're just like, no, what are you talking about? I'm like, are you that blind? There's no way you're that dumb.
And here's one thing that I like. Again, one thing that I like about Dan Campbell is he notices things.
I think the Lions, if you talk to, just give me 1 second. If you were watching and listening and just or whatever, even on the internet all season long, America started shifting towards the Lions, and then then they kind of got obnoxious and shit like that with the Philly fans and Detroit and Dallas fans or whatever, but they were still with them. They wanted Detroit versus the Bills in the playoffs. They wanted those two teams, and they were like, why not? Just Lions are here. Just, they're playing good enough. They'll make a good enough Super Bowl, or whatever. And I don't know. I feel like I've said it all season. I think the Chiefs. I even called the Lions and Chiefs going to the Super Bowl. I did have an alternate, obviously matchup, but then I was like, you can't beat. They're going to give the Chiefs a 3.
I mean, and if you look, that Lions playoff, that game against the Commanders, is the highest priced football game ticket ever.
Was it up in
NFL?
Detroit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But the one thing I like about Dan Campbell talking about Pat Mahomes
could have found some tickets
is Dan Campbell, he sees things like that where Pat Mahomes will go and he'll just stop by the sideline to try and get a call. Dan Campbell will see that stuff and tell the refs, hey, look, this is what he does. If he stops there and doesn't go out of bounds, we're going to hit him because he's stopping, and it's legal, like he did with Caleb Williams. Because Caleb Williams, he had a history of this year starting to go out of bounds and then stop and cut back in.
He did that cut back in thing,
and he would do that cut back in thing, and teams were scared to hit him. Yeah. And Dan Campbell said, "Look, he's going to do this, and we're going to hit the piss out of him."
Mahomes did that on one game, and I go, he's going to do this shit, and he's going to get lit up. And of course, he barely gets touched. Right. But, everybody's got to realize, and I think even with the Chiefs fans, a lot of them, I would say most reasonable ones, or not intelligent ones, know for a damn fact that they do get calls that are crazy, and that flop was absolutely embarrassing.
Well, and Mahomes has come out and said, maybe I shouldn't have done that flop.
No shit.
Because he got torched.
Yeah.
Right?
They should have got fined.
But then he's also out here saying refs aren't giving them favorable calls.
Yeah, fucking idiot. But they should have fined him or something like that. They got to do something for that shit not to happen on a regular. You know what I'm saying? Because that's insane. Did Henson say something? I think he said something about Jerry or whatnot.
They don't want the idiot Jerry either. They're sick of that old bastard.
Hit me, will you?
Yeah. Henson, my defense is level in Mahomes. Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. So that's my whole thing. It's like, at that point, if you know he's going to flop and you know you're going to get, and it's only 15 yards, fucking pick him up and throw his ass in the stands. Be like, hey, bud, we're not doing that here. You know, get your ass out of bounds or get your ass down.
But here's the thing, though. He's flopping while he's still in bounds, right? That flop, that was
he was standing in bounds.
He was in bounds.
And then he flops as he's getting top. But yeah, no, you're
but if you got a coach who's paying attention to that, they're going to hit the crap out of him because they're like, look. But then, like I said, that's one thing that Dan Campbell, I think, does a good job of is he tells the officials, look, this is what this guy is doing. Just heads up. I don't think every coach does that.
You tell me they're so dumb that it's like, hey, man, we're hitting him in bounds.
Some coaches are dumb.
Yeah, Mayo, he's fired. Anybody else? Give me another head coach that's fucking got
All
fired.
Mayo did was win.
Yeah. Fucking guy was
But no, there was other things about that, like after the game. They weren't watching film. He's playing cards and stuff like that. That's kind of coming out, and they're just like, "Oh, come on, buddy." Yeah. But yeah,
he didn't do himself no favors.
Check out Talking Lines with Alan. There's gonna be another episode dropping tomorrow.
You missed it. You had all season.
You know what? I'm doing it now.
You could have been high fiving.
This is my way.
Dicks, docking with all these other damn Lions fans.
This is my way of.
You had a chance
of
grieving,
picking up the pieces, and dealing with life after that loss. I was pretty. If you listen, you could tell. I was pretty.
I'm ready to. I didn't want to fucking bother you. I didn't want to like, fuck it. I went live on my own. I was like, fuck it.
I almost joined you.
I'm wired.
I almost joined you, but
I wouldn't have dogged on you either.
I know you wouldn't.
I was so fucking wired up because it was a good game to watch, and Washington played a hell of a game, right? And we already had another game. It was like there was already too much shit to talk about, and I was like, fuck, man. I went live on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And so I was just wound up. It was good. It was fucking playoff football.
And that's the one thing that I said like during my episode. I tip my hat to Washington. They played the game they needed to play to win. I think it's awesome. You got Philly and Washington in the NFC Championship, and now no team in the so the Cowboys haven't been back there in like 40 or 30 something years, and now they're they're the longest,
longest that haven't made it to the championship game, a conference championship game.
Yeah.
And Washington's fun to watch. Jaden Daniels is fucking. I hope they beat Philly.
I want Washington to win.
Yeah.
Just because I got a Jaden Daniels auto card listed on eBay right now.
Skyrocket.
Dude, so he had a Prism, which is one of the cards that's out there. Panini Prism. His base card. This is just a regular base card. After that game, I sold it for $40. The base card. There's someone who had a PSA 10 graded, so that's a perfect card. Mm-hmm. Sold for $1,200 for the base card right after that game. I got his auto listed on eBay right now for $1,100. And I'll tell you what, if it doesn't sell between now and then and they win, as soon as that game's over, I'm jumping on and moving that card up to $2,100.
There you go. What the fuck was that one that you sold for like a couple grand or what? Was it a Mahomes?
A Mahomes, a downtown for
it was an auto one too. Right?
No
auto, just fucking straight up.
$1,300.
He don't want that.
I'm going to sell it. I'm selling it now because you know what? Next year, that card ain't going to be worth anywhere near that.
You got to get them in the moment.
Not
you got to get them in the
anywhere near
fields.
that, right? Yeah. Just look at the market
and walk them in, Michael.
For CJ Stroud, his cards their value last year versus this year have gone down over double.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I
got it listed for $1,100 right now. If you want to buy it, it's for sale, Michael.
I'd love to have Buffalo. This is how you know, like, are the Chiefs going to get to the Super Bowl? If they are, you almost have to say, okay, fuck it, they're going to win. They're going to give them the three-peat, and then that's going to be it. You're going to be done for a while. I don't think they have. You can't keep keeping this facade or this fake the ruse, right? We all get it, man. We know what you're doing. We got it. Fuck it. You got to start getting these fake penalties under control, and then let the best team win. But yeah, I want Washington and Buffalo to go, and I want to see. I want Allen to get his Super Bowl.
I think this.
But
is
if Jaden Daniels rolls through and fucking wins,
I'm marking that card up to $5,000 if it doesn't sell and he wins a Super Bowl.
I'm telling you, that son of a bitch is gonna pay for their fucking car. It's like that's like your mortgage for like fucking 3 months, man. Fucking
Michael,
it.
I think he'll be better than CJ. We'll see.
CJ looked good his rookie year, and he definitely had
and it does just take one hit for anyone though, and Washington fans can tell you that. Look at RG3.
Yeah.
And I mean, we heard it here. We're out here in Dallas, and that rookie year, I mean, RG3 was so good, and all they talked about was we're gonna have to face this guy for the next 12 years. It's not going good for us. And then in that one hit,
His knee right low on his knee.
And he was never the same after that.
Yep.
Never the same.
So, Didn't he do it again? I think with a brace on. Oh, they got the other knee.
I didn't want to say it. Yeah. I mean, it just.
They better capitalize. I'm telling, and I'm here for it. I want chaos. And I think Washington or Philly winning it's not going to change anything around here.
First of all, Jerry's so pissed right now.
He's fucking drinking Johnny Walker Blue like it's fucking water.
Yeah, Kellen there, the offensive coordinator, Dan Quinn, who everyone was telling him two seasons ago. The story was get rid of McCarthy and make Dan Quinn the head coach.
Yep.
And he didn't do it. And then Dan Quinn's now gone.
GM in the fucking
not only was Dan Quinn gone, Witt, the defensive coordinator for Washington, was the cornerbacks coach here that they wanted him to be the new defensive coordinator when Quinn left, but Quinn took him with him.
Funny.
And look, yeah.
We'll be making our picks here. This segment's gone a little bit long. We're going to hammer out some other stuff. We're going to be back later in the episode. We'll make our picks. We'll make our Super Bowl predictions and stuff like that. We've been talking football for too long. Alan's got some stuff written down over there, so let's go ahead. Let's flip the script. Let's go over there. But picks, NFC, AFC championship games, along with Super Bowl predictions as well. We'll be here in about 20 minutes, so stay tuned, hang out. But yeah, this is how it goes with like NFL season, playoffs. We all get sidetracked because everybody gets all wound up. So yeah, lots of good rookie stories that never lived up to the level. Yeah, it's just you think about the percentage of anybody that gets here, how much it is and how elite it is, and then you finally get to the show, and then you either perform or you don't perform, or you get hurt. You just get a fluke fucking injury, and you're done. So what do you got on your list, man? Let's go.
So follow up to a story we talked about a while ago. We were kind of talking sports cards and things like that.
There's other
the
topics.
Paul Skeens rookie debut patch auto card.
Ooh, nice.
Was found.
Yes,
it was finally found.
We have a run sheet damn near every week.
Yeah,
you don't see that stupid notebook over there? It's usually flapping in the fucking wind.
But the Paul Skeens card was found.
Finally. All right.
In California.
Okay.
11-year-old found it.
What?
He bought one box, and that Skeens card was in it.
Is he accepting the terms from the Pittsburgh Pirates?
Nothing's out there. Pittsburgh. So this was just found yesterday.
Okay.
Pittsburgh's gone out and retweeted, hey, FYI, the offer still stands. Which it's like season tickets for 30 years. You get to go see a game in the suite with Livy Dunn. You get to host your own softball game there on the field. Have Pirates legends coaching it. This kid's 11.
He just needs to sell. Yeah, he's not. Obviously he's not doing that.
Either the kid's going to keep it, right, because it's really cool to have, or you sell it, and now your college is paid for. You're not set for life. This isn't set for life money.
All the stuff that you just mentioned has a price with it that's absolutely through the roof.
Right.
So why can't he sell that card to someone that can take those benefits and parlay them into that? You know what I'm saying? Like you're telling me that's not worth $1 million?
No, you won't get $1 million.
Not $1 million?
No.
For all those, I think I just take the damn benefits in and just sell the benefits.
You could.
I'll be selling.
Right?
I'll be selling Pirates tickets for the next 30 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So we'll see, but yeah, no. So that card is probably going to go for I would. I've seen a few people talk about it here lately, and a lot of people's thoughts on it is it's probably going to go for somewhere in the area of $15,000 to $16,000.
Give me the perks in.
Right.
Fuck it. My dad would be sitting there right with me. He goes, "Yep, we're going to take the perks."
So we'll see what ends up happening with it, but
I'm going to need a private jet to pick me up though every day to fly me out to the game and then fly me back home because I got school tomorrow and shit.
Right.
So,
but yeah, and Michael says you need him to actually win something first. If he can continue on what he did last year, that value is definitely going to go up in that card. But yeah, that was the card that everybody really wanted. It's finally been found.
I'll say this:
11-year-old kid. I like that 11-year-old kid found it. To be honest with you, and not some d-bag who he's ripped 200 boxes, right?
Yeah.
And then gets it.
Yeah, Pittsburgh ain't winning shit, so just FYI. They're a good team. We'll talk a little bit more about this soon, but they were not going to win.
They've got a nice rotation. If that rotation can come in, they had some potential last year. But yeah. And then sticking with memorabilia, did you see the story about the kid who did a jersey swap with Victor Wembanyama? Have you seen this?
I don't think. I've seen something about it recently, but I see so many.
So he This was last month or a couple months ago. Little kid, like 6-year-old.
Okay.
Had a sign saying, hey, swap jerseys with me, Victor, right? And he was wearing a Victor Wembanyama jersey. If he wants, here's a picture,
Okay.
And he did. It was a real cool moment, right? He does a jersey swap. Yeah. Victor after the game, he goes out and retweets the pictures of it, saying, "Greatest jersey swap ever."
It says, first note I have here, YouTube, Wemby jersey swap gone wrong.
Yeah. So they're now that jersey is now up for auction,
of course,
with a $10,000 starting price.
Of course.
That's
all. I mean, well, this is most of these.
This and the story goes out, and Victor Wembanyama, he retweets it with a frowny face.
Yeah,
emoji, and that's all he does. And it's things like that happen that makes these athletes not want to do those things, right? Because you get stories all the time about athletes being jerks, not wanting to sign things, and all of that. Yeah. But yeah, it kind of it kind of sucks, but then again, at the same time, if you've got, let's say that family's bad financially and they do something like they take this money and they put it for this kid in the future.
Yeah.
I think that would kind of be a little bit of a different story, not knowing what these funds are going to go to,
but just
kind of leaves that right. Well, it not exactly, it wasn't immediately, but it waited a couple months, right?
Oh, it's been a
little bit of time.
All right.
But yeah. So I would want to see what they're doing with that money. Yeah. Like I said, if they take that money and they put it in some sort of trust fund type thing, a long-term thing where this kid, when he turns 18, he can get it and use that money to pay for college and things like that. Yeah. I'm all for that. I think that's right. Yeah. I think that's okay. But at the same time, it's just it's just a bad look.
Yeah. I mean, it's just what happens, right? I mean, these people aren't holding on to all this shit forever. You know what I mean? But yeah. It's like one of those things where hey, wear this jersey, the thing, we're going to get some money out of it. But you don't tell the kid that. You tell the wife that.
Yeah.
He finally gets on the court.
You're just
thumbs down, asshole. Unless it's for a good thing, you're paying for college or something like that. I guess that's a thumbs up. But you gotta tell somebody that. I guess I bet if you said we're actually gonna, you can't tell nobody that. Then you sound like a douchebag, anyways. All right,
right.
Story.
I mean, I think you lose either way.
Yeah, it's lose. That's
lose. How excited are you right now?
I got a semi going, but it's only because I know there's a fire, cigar, and bourbon in my future. Because I'm going to get riggedy wrecked tonight, and you probably should join the Patreon, patreon.com/strikeoutbeer. If it lets us go live, we might go live. But if it doesn't, we'll do a video later tonight, just us with the Stogies. Because tomorrow, folks, is Alan's birthday.
What? Holy crap! It is my birthday.
So I'm going to go out back and have a cigar, talk to my buddy, and see what's going on. Check in on him. Might
have some over the clothes stuff. Might be under the clothes. I don't know. We'll see how the night goes.
What was it with Rafi? He goes, it started with blah, 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 but then it turned to butt stuff real quick. She caught me in your crawl space. Some over the clothes and then hand stuff, mouth stuff, and then, butt stuff real fast.
Real fast. But no, we're right in the throes of the inaugural season of Unrivaled.
What the hell is that?
The 3-on-3.
The Women's Basketball League?
Women's Basketball League.
I saw here's the only reason I know that's going on. The only reason is because someone made a comment and was like, here's Caitlin Clark sitting next to the most famous person on earth while everyone else in the league is playing full court 3-on-3 basketball for minimum wage or some shit. It's like, well, sucks to suck. Maybe don't be a complete dick to her all season. Now, she could have brought you too.
All these games are streamed on Max.
Oh, that's cool.
You can see them right now.
Yo,
you've got the Laces, the Lunar Owls, and the Vinyl are all 2-0, while the Mist, the Phantom, and the Rose are all 0-2.
Full court 3-on-3.
3-on-3.
Just do half court 3-on-3. And then lower the rim to 8 foot. I swear to God, I'll watch. I'm telling you right now, whoever's running this damn thing, lower the goal by 2 feet, make it half court, make it take it. Play in the 50. You don't have to do the make it take it part, but half court and an 8 foot rim Come on.
I mean, if you
Come
just keep
on.
it full court, you lower the goal. Like, and I've heard a lot of people not even say 8 foot, just say 9 foot.
How about
like, if you just go to 9 foot.
I want to do 9 foot, but now I'm being radical so they can meet me in the middle at 9.
Right now, Napisa Collier is leading the league in points, averaging 29 points a game.
Oh, nice.
So
that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, you should be pretty excited about this.
Where was Eminem during the playoffs this year?
He was there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know, don't care.
I mean, and we've had some high scoring affairs. The Lunar Owls beat the Mist 84-80. Vinyl won 79-73 over the Rose. The Laces whooped up the Phantom 86-48. Yeah, the Vinyl beat the Phantom 84-69. I mean, we've got some good stuff. We got more action coming up this Friday. You've got the Phantom playing the Mist at 7:15 on TNT, and the Laces play the Vinyl at 8:15. This is Eastern time. That will also be over on TNT. So let's go.
Cool. I'm in.
I'm glad you're in, buddy.
Well, who's our local team? Do we have a local one?
There's not a Dallas team.
Well, what's the closest to us? Give me the list of where all these teams are from.
I gotta figure this out.
And if there's a Vegas team,
right now, all this, it doesn't say like where they're from. It just says the team names: Lunar Owls, Vinyl, Laces.
Wait, are they all playing in the same fucking place?
Let's see here, clubs. Man, I don't know where this is all.
Come on, man.
I'm trying.
I need to know this shit.
I'm trying. Laces. It doesn't say where they're from. I'll tell you, they've got their nicknames here on the website. So for the Laces, you got Money Martin, Big Mama, AT, Tip, Jackie, and Mick Buckets.
So I Googled it because you couldn't do it. All teams for the unrivaled 3-on-3 women's basketball league are from Miami, Florida.
Okay.
The league's 6 teams are, the Laces, Lunar, all that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm just on their official website, and I'm looking at.
So Miami, dude, you got to go down to Miami. Okay. I wonder if the Splashes is down there.
Is that why he went?
Maybe.
That's why he went.
He likes to watch some tail run around.
I mean, who doesn't? And these games are short because I mean the next game tips off in an hour. So yeah, we got 2 games on Friday, 2 games on Saturday.
That's some high scoring games for a short game.
2 games on Monday.
Nice, real nice.
Yeah,
cool. What else you got?
Gotta
make NBA or NFL picks here pretty soon.
Hall of Fame happened for baseball.
Ooh, buddy, I'll tell you what. I don't know what the deal is. That's why you can't. It's like you can't trust these people, these writers or whatever. They're so biased. I don't know. What do you got? You got anything?
So you had Ichiro voted in, CC Sabathia.
I was glad to see him get in,
and Billy Wagner
because he coughed up $500,000 to drill someone one time for retaliation, and he did. He coughed. It was a $500,000 bonus, and his ass got thrown out of the game. But he did it anyway. He didn't give a shit. I was like, you know what? You're a Yankee, but I like that.
Yeah,
big fan.
I'm trying to see. I don't see where it says who, but Ichiro.
I got it right.
Oh, do you?
Well, because it said who didn't vote for Ichiro.
One person didn't vote for Ichiro.
It said one lone holdout could make. It said who in the story, and now it's saying he. What's it called? I'm like,
yeah, I don't think it's been. Yeah, but yeah, one person didn't vote for Ichiro.
Fucking asswad. Like why?
Like the one guy in which it came out, it was the guy from Boston who didn't vote for Mariano, right?
Yeah.
Or was it Jeter? One of the two.
I think it was Rivera. I really do think it was Rivera.
I can't remember. Was Rivera?
Stupid pricks. Dude, he should be in 100%. All right, yeah, obviously he is. But what I'm saying, he should have been 100%. You get these guys that who cares? I don't care what they think. Obviously they're biased anyway. So let's start changing things up. Let's start moving shit around because ain't nobody got time for this.
No, it was Jeter. It was Jeter because Mariano was unanimous.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he couldn't do it for, and I don't, listen, I don't like Jeter either. Fuck him. But anyway.
He's still, I mean, you can't tell the story of the Yankees without talking about Jeter, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you can't tell the story of baseball without talking about the Yankees. They're the greatest baseball team ever. Franchise, yeah. what if Yankees fan was here, he would tell you they have, was it like 26 championships or something like
Whatever
that?
it is. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
that was part of that horrible movie. You got to believe. The dad with cancer was talking about baseball. He's like, "Oh, you got the Yankees, and they won the championship," and was naming it like every year. I was like, "Oh, this is so awful right now." But yeah, I always enjoyed. I love players like CC Sabathia, David Wells. Your fat guys
The big boys
that just dominate, right? Because you're like when CC he was the best pitcher in baseball at his best, right? During his prime. Hardly anybody better than him, right? If anybody. And just to see him out there, you just like if someone said, hey, they gave you a lineup of guys, right? And you got a bunch of, bros who hit the gym every day and all that, pitchers. Right? And then you had CC there. You wouldn't pick CC out of the lineup if you didn't know who he was.
Having Bartolo Colon.
Right. Bartolo Colon. I mean, David Wells, he was hung over. When he pitched a perfect game, right? Yeah. I mean, just look at David Wells. He never looked like he was
all they ever had to do was kind of jog just to keep their calisthenics up or whatever, just kind of keep the stamina up. And they never did anything else. They ate like shit. They were whatever. They ate what they want, but as long as that arm was good and that shoulder was good, it didn't matter. Yeah. They put all that ass into that damn throw.
Threw it all into it. Yeah. But no, it's always fun when you got those big guys like that. Like for those years that Kung Fu Panda was good. Dude,
are you talking about the third baseman?
Pablo Sandoval? Yeah, Kung Fu Panda. You got this big old burly guy over here, and you're just like, this guy? But he had a period of a few years where he was probably one of the best third basemen in the league.
And he could hit, too.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't just the fielding. It was everything. Yeah. But, those guys, growing up young, Cecil Fielder, right? A big old boy. Prince, when he rolled through the league. A big old boy, but then he ended up having the back problems, and it shortened his career.
They fused his neck to his back or some shit. And I remember that he's sitting there with that neck brace on at that press conference. That was like fucking crazy.
Yeah,
like, Jesus.
And apparently, growing up in Detroit, you always knew that Prince was going to be a ball player because he would do when he was a younger kid, he would do BP there at the Tiger Stadium and like hitting home runs as a kid. But I was listening to Tom Segura, went to high school with him.
Oh, funny.
And he was talking about, he was like, yeah, dude, when he was in high school, he was just a beast. He's like, I remember going up to him and talking to him and be like, hey, you going to play football? He's like, no.
Yeah. How the fuck would you?
Yeah. I'm just going to hit dingers.
Yeah, I just want to play football for. I can make so much more money playing baseball
and not get hit.
And not get fucking.
I might get plunked every once in a while, right?
But I got a fucking helmet on,
right? Once he got to, he had like a year with the Rangers. That was good.
I remember they brought him over and they're like, all right, here we go. And then all of a sudden he's hurt. It's like, son of a.
I was okay with that trade. I was okay with that one.
It was always something. So, but that was that's great. It just shows you that how kind of flawed. Hall of Fame voting is and things like that. And shit gets out of hand. And I think we need to come up with something better. I think.
Well, here's the thing. You've got writers voting on it.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
we need something else.
And
this beat writer could have fucking, Ichiro would never be mean to anybody. He's the nicest dude ever. Everything you ever hear about him, everything you see, he's an amazing baseball player, but also like a really just
a great person,
good dude,
right?
And it's like he probably didn't do something one fucking time, or he ruined whoever this guy probably writes for.
I'm trying to think
series or didn't get him, but it's like
I can't really think like with the Yankees, right? And Jeter, the guy from Boston not voting for him. Okay, I get that. Right? Mm-hmm. Because you're Boston, Yankees, huge rivalry. I don't see one for Seattle, though. I think it may maybe Houston, but it's not.
I don't know.
There's no hatred there, right? Like with the Yankees and the Red Sox.
I hate Houston, but yeah.
Well, but still.
Like a team of twats.
But I just don't see. But you don't hate Seattle?
Nah.
You don't hate Ichiro?
Nah. Never did. Thought he was amazing.
Yeah.
He was a great ball player. It's crazy accurate. Crazy. With the bat and with the arm.
Yeah.
It's insane. All right. Mm-hmm. I'm probably going to get me another one.
And just the fact that, say what you want to about the steroid era.
Mm-hmm.
But Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame.
I go back and forth.
Yeah, I mean,
but
here's the thing. The guy comes up And you're like, no, I'm not pitching to him. Well, we have bases loaded. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm walking somebody in.
I'm walking him. I'm not pitching to the guy, right? You not see what he can do. But I mean, even like his numbers, like before the steroids were like, his numbers still before that with like Pittsburgh were still great numbers. Pete Rose not being in the Hall of Fame is a freaking travesty. Mark McGwire should be in there. Sammy Sosa. You can't tell the story again. You can't tell the story of baseball without these guys. And that's my thing. Like, if you can't tell the story of baseball without them, I think you need to get them in there. You need to include them. And hopefully one day the Baseball Hall of Fame gets their act together and rights these wrongs, as I will say, because I think they're wrongs. And these are all players from that I watched growing up, right? So let's get them in there. Let's fix the problem. That's all I got to say. So let's start talking about we got some NFL playoffs going on this weekend, and we're going to pick some games. How's that sound? We got the conference championships going on, the Commanders and the Eagles, and the Bills and the Chiefs. You've got four really good teams here, right? Michael, they just got to get a different wing in the Hall of Fame. I mean, whatever. Put them in there. Put them in the Hall of Fame. Let's get Bonds in there. Let's get McGuire. Let's get Sosa. Let's get Clemens. Let's get Schilling. Let's get these guys in there. Just stop. Just get them in there.
Why is Schilling not in there?
He was linked to the whole Balco thing. So let's just make it happen. All right, so let's pick. You want to pick a couple football games?
Yeah, let's do it.
All four teams are good, right? I mean, the Commanders were 12-5, Eagles 14-3, Bills 13-4, Chiefs 15-2. You don't really have a team that's a big shock, really. I mean, the Commanders, you could say, are surprising, maybe a little bit ahead of schedule, but outside of that, I mean, kind of got you got what you were expecting in the AFC. Bills and Chiefs, right? Mm-hmm. But let's start with Commanders and Eagles. The Commanders are getting 6 points on this one. It's being played there in Philly.
Well, I don't have a coin, so everybody's going to have to chime in from the chat.
What are your thoughts on this one?
I mean, obviously, I think they'll keep it. Washington will be able to hang with Philly. I don't know what we're going to get out of with Jalen Hurts, being hurt. But, yeah, I don't see there's going to be any type of problem with Washington keeping up with Philly and possibly upsetting them, to be honest. Now, do you want my official pick?
Give me your pick against the spread.
All right.
6 points.
6?
6 points.
Commanders, please. I'll take the Commanders plus the points.
I'm taking the Commanders and the points as well.
Yeah. Over-unders right now is set at 47. The favorite is the over. Philly is a minus 280 on the money line right now. Commanders are a plus 230. I wouldn't mind sprinkling a little bit of dough on the Commanders to win this game. If I do anything, I think it's going to be, if I have to tie two games together, it's going to be like like one of those teasers. You know what I mean, like a 6 or 7 point teaser. But yeah, over. I don't know if I can go over 47.
I'm taking the over.
Going over.
28-20 is over.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points, though. Like, I didn't have a problem with that with when I thought about that with Detroit and Washington, right? And they hit that in the first half. They hit 50 points in the first half.
Right.
I got to feel that like the defense is a little bit better here. Philly's got a little bit better defense, but I don't know. It could get out of hand early. But so you're going over? You're taking the over?
I'm taking the over.
21, I'm looking at the numbers.
I'm dry humping that over like a champ.
I'll go over. But I don't think I'm going to take Philly here in the money line. If I feel froggy, it's going to be Commanders. Drop a little something on the Commanders, plus 230. Just not getting money on the negative.
But who are you picking to win the game?
To win the game?
We're picking against the spread, and we're picking to win the game.
I just said I'd sprinkle a little money on the Commanders. Eagles.
Okay, Eagles. But betting and who you think is going to win are two different things. because you're trying to get that. You're trying to get a little extra
juice.
You're right.
Eagles.
You're getting that. Plus.
My heart says Commanders, but I think it's going to have to be the Eagles. I think.
I'm not picking the Eagles. I can't pick the Eagles.
You're going
Commanders?
Commanders?
I'm going Commanders.
There you go.
I'm going to go with the team that beat us, right? And think that they're the best team out there. The Eagles, I say what you will, I still think they have some internal problems, some internal issues. I think these teams split in the regular season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Washington won the last. That was a great game too. It was in December. That was crazy.
Give me Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, and let's see the value of that card just soar.
Oh, buddy,
let's soar. Let's.
I feel you.
Fly card, fly. But yeah, give me the Commanders win straight up. Definitely to cover. I think it's going to be a close game. 6 points is just.
It's too much.
I think that's too much. Honestly, these
it's
two
disrespectful.
Teams,
I think
it's the third time these two teams have played each other. I don't see there being a blowout in this. Next up, Bills and the Chiefs in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm. Burrowhead.
Well, Burrow's not playing, so that doesn't matter.
That's the name of the stadium they play in. Burrowhead.
Not really.
Oh, really?
But to me, and the Bills are getting 2 points.
All right. That's even better.
Over under 47.5.
I got that. Okay.
I'm taking the over.
And that's the favorite. It's minus 120 on that. It's even if you go under. Kansas City is minus 125 on the money line. The Bills are plus 105.
Yeah. I'm taking the Bills. The win.
You don't think the NFL is going to step in or the refs? Do you think this is the week where they crack down like screw it, we're not doing it anymore? With this backlash that they've received?
Josh Allen has been so great this year.
You can't beat the refs.
And I've said it since his rookie year.
One of these days.
This kid's a winner.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't win.
I mean,
he doesn't win.
He's got a lot of wins.
Yeah, for nothing. Like, what does it mean?
Yeah, but he's also got that 1 year where they changed the whole overtime playoff rule because of that game.
Yeah,
right?
That was funny.
Where if they had gotten the ball first, they win that game, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Right? And that's not on Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He has nothing to do with that. That's his defense letting him down, right? And it's a team game. But if you look at everything everybody has said about Josh Allen over the last couple of years, he turns the ball over too much. He fumbles it too much. He runs when he shouldn't run. He throws too many interceptions. Well, what did he do this year? He cleaned all of that up.
Mm-hmm.
He's not running the ball as much. He's still running it a lot, but they've got a running back there that they can lean on in James Cook. Addition by subtraction with no Stephon Diggs there. There's no guy there in that wide receiver room that's causing problems. He's spreading the ball around to everybody. He's playing great. He's playing great ball. He's a man on the mission. This is his year.
Can I interest you in?
No.
They haven't really played anybody. And the teams they have played, they've lost to the Patriots.
Okay.
Just earlier this month.
That's fine.
That was the last game of the season, though. That's
okay. When nobody played.
When no one played.
Okay.
But I was like wondering how the hell they beat them. But the Chiefs, they actually beat the Chiefs already 30-21.
Yeah.
In November.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's kind of hard to beat the same team twice in one season? And
I mean,
you beat them at home in your house. Now you got to go to their house.
That's usually the way it works when you play a team twice in a season.
Well,
look at your division rivals.
They're not in the division.
I'm just saying. Like,
yeah, no, well, not
yes,
they don't
yes,
play
I could see a team
division.
beating the same team twice in one season because you see it all the time.
Well, it's tough for some teams.
I watched Detroit do it to Minnesota, Chicago, and Green Bay this year.
Well, they're all terrible teams.
Yeah, I mean,
it's worse than they've ever been. When was the last time you swept the division? It's been a fucking minute, buddy.
Man, did we sweep them last year?
No, you didn't fucking sweep them last year. So, but I'm saying now they're in Burrowhead, and things are a little bit different.
It's not Burrow. Burrow has nothing to do. Burrow didn't make the playoffs. It's not Burrowhead.
It's Burrowhead.
It's not Burrowhead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll always be Burrowhead.
It won't.
So, but yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Burrow lost the last time he played there. So.
Oh, that rigged game? Yeah, I remember that.
But I don't know. I love Josh
You always
Allen.
tell me you don't bet against Mahomes. Now you're betting against Mahomes. You got to make up your fucking mind.
No. Here's the thing, and I've been saying it. I've been saying it all year. They don't look that good.
They don't. They
find a way to win. 100%. 100%. But here's the thing. You're finding a way to win against Houston, You're finding a way to win against Jacksonville or
See all
whoever.
these people that they were missing back then.
Okay.
Well, I ain't missing them now.
Okay.
Yeah, they're ready to go, man. The Cowboys did it 3 times against the Eagles and Giants. Well, the Giants suck.
Yeah.
And it's probably when the Eagles fucking were awful.
But
it sure shit wasn't when Hurts was under center.
Josh Allen is he's going to win one. And this is the year.
That's the statement you should have made the first time. You know, not that he's a winner. That
he is.
That it's now.
But that's part of being a winner. He's going to win one.
It starts becoming
maybe
statistically
2. Who knows?
possible for him to finally get to a.
He's
Super
going
Bowl.
to.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I want him to. I don't know if he can.
He
I don't know
can.
if he can overcome. I need to know who the refs are this week. Who's reffing the game? Because the last fucking son of a bitch,
Jackson Mahomes.
He was 6-0 when when this ref's on the game. I want to know who the ref is. All this shit is very valid information or valid.
It is,
points.
but at the same time,
you're just fucking throwing up hopes and prayers.
I'm not
there.
throwing up
Yes,
hopes
you
and
are.
prayers.
You're just
I am
full of
not.
shit.
Shut your face, you.
He's just sitting there like,
don't
you know
act,
what?
okay,
It's,
here's the
you know,
thing.
It's gonna be, but I want him to win too.
My name's Rapper Dave, and I think the Bills suck.
No, it's just
Yeah, no.
who picked him to win the Super Bowl like the last 5 years?
Not
it's
you.
me, nutsack.
Not you.
Hockley, the Chiefs got it. Who the hell's Hockley?
Official. Look.
Oh,
it's the
as in
Bills.
like the guy's son, the other Hockley, right? Yeah. I know who you're talking about. Oh shit, man, it's over.
The Bills are winning.
I don't even know why they're playing this game. It's like a
the Bills are
at
winning.
this point.
Josh Allen is going to make it a point to where it doesn't matter what the officials do.
We'll see. That's what you got to do.
That's what he's going to do.
That's what they say in the UFC.
And he
take
can
it
do
out take it out of the judge's hands.
Take it out of the judge's hands.
Yep.
He's going to take it out of the officials' hands. This is the Bills' year. They're doing it.
All right. So let me say this.
I've said all year this isn't the Chiefs' year.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stick with that.
Okay.
Now, it could bite me in the ass and go, oh, shouldn't have bet against
Mahomes. Yeah.
Right? But we all have those moments. We all had those moments with Tom Brady when Tom Brady was going. You're like, oh, I can't pick. I can't.
Yeah, you were
pick against Brady.
I'm never going against Brady.
But then every once in a while, you're like, you know what? They don't look that good this year, and then you pick against them, and they prove you wrong. Right? Okay, maybe. Hey, I might be sitting here next week going,
yeah,
shouldn't have picked against Mahomes. But you know what? I'm going to.
Yeah.
You want to talk fantasy? I told you to bench him a long time ago in fantasy. Said you can't play him. He didn't prove me wrong.
I'm calling it now. I think.
No, you're kidding.
I agree with you. I think the Bills should win this game.
Okay,
but I think.
But what do you pick?
You know what's going to happen late? There's going to be some crazy questionable fucking call, and hell's going to break loose. I don't know if they're going to keep. I don't know if they can. Have the balls
at this point in time, I think there would be a riot. Like honestly,
so? You see that there was a video out there that was like, if this guy got hit as bad as like Lamar or Jared Goff or this and that, they would have fucking they probably would have canceled the fucking game.
Can you
brought out a firing squad?
Could you imagine if? Because you saw that hit that Goff took in that game against Washington, complete cheap shot, hits him in the head. Should have been a penalty.
Goff was a little bit taller and then kind of whatever.
Should have been a penalty.
Well, there a lot of calls shouldn't have been a penalty, but they were.
If that was Pat Mahomes, that field would have turned yellow with the amount of flags that were thrown on there.
That's what I'm saying. They would have pulled out the fucking firing squad. They would have executed half the fucking team.
All of a sudden, the refs are like those clowns that got the napkins that just keep coming out with the yellow flags. Are just like Oprah out there. You get a yellow flag. You get a yellow flag. You get a yellow flag. Everybody gets a yellow flag. Yeah, no, but
that running out of the back of the end zone was fucking bullshit to cover or whatever it was. It was like, dude, when you see, but that's what I told you. I brought this up fucking years ago about point shaving within the NFL. I had like perfect examples. I go, there's no reason for this to happen, but all of a sudden it happens. I go, this shit is fucking rigged. So anyways, who's going to win this week? Do you want my heart or where my wallet's going to be?
I want to know what you want me to write down in the notebook.
Oh God. I'm fucking so tired of the Chiefs.
I need you to stop pussyfooting around. Just pick a damn game.
I want the Bills to win, but I'm tired. I'm like, you can't bet against Mahomes and yada yada.
You sure as hell can bet against Mahomes.
The chefs, and the over, and give me the fucking money line too. They're gonna cover money line and over. Fucking, I hate.
I've never been more disappointed in you in my entire life.
I'm so fucking tired.
I've never been more disappointed in you in my entire life.
You'll get the win, and then hopefully you'll win. Because if I put the kibosh, I put it on the.
So disappointed.
If I put it on the Chiefs are gonna lose. If I put money on the Chiefs, They're gonna lose it.
I'm so disappointed in you right now.
Who do you want to lose this week? Because I'll put money on it.
You know who I want to win.
Okay, so
I told you.
I'm gonna bet on the Chiefs and I'm gonna bet on the Eagles this weekend. I'll put the cooler to it.
Because I mean, you say you put the cooler on it, but if you put the cooler on it means you're betting on that team, then the White Sox should have won the World Series. Okay.
That was such a great run.
That's all I'm saying.
That's a run for the century.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Fucking.
They wouldn't have had 4 20-game losing streaks. Okay.
Best fucking
Whatever
best
the hell
year
it
ever.
was.
Best
God,
year ever.
They were so awful.
Fuck yeah. That running out of the I already read that old school, the LOL. Yeah. You got anything else you want to get out of here?
I don't know, man. Like
We got the Patreon. We did a Patreon. No, we didn't. We did a quick beer review. We'll do Patreon tonight. Patreon.com/strikeout-beer. Buy your pals a beer.
I just got to know tomorrow night.
$3 to get in.
Do you have the Phantom or the Mist? Or
Mist.
Friday night?
The
You got the Mist?
The Mist.
Ooh.
I might even stream.
They're
the fucking
0-2.
game.
They're
Yeah,
0-2.
fuck it. They're time. It's their time to win.
But so are the Phantom.
Yeah, they're gonna win.
Battle of the 0-2 teams. Someone's got to win.
The Mist.
Woo.
Yeah.
Ooh, buddy.
Yeah.
That's a ballsy call. The laces or the vinyl?
We got laces.
Taking the both 2-0. Someone's got to lose.
Okay. Anything else? What else you got written on your little book over there? Did we hit everything?
Yeah, we didn't talk about all the coaching changes, but I
You
mean
wanna do that later?
we touched on them a little bit.
Yeah.
We touched on Ben Johnson.
Lopez says the
The
Phantom.
Phantom.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mark that shit down. I might stream it. Like I said, I might just put it on and be like, all right, I'm sitting here watching this fucking and just have commentary in the background. I'm sure we won't get shut down for that.
Well, as long as you don't show the game,
Well, no, it meant my comments.
you're good. Sabrina plays for them. They got to win eventually.
Who the hell's Sabrina?
Iskowska or whatever your name is. She's a good player.
Oh, okay.
I think she's hurt right now, though. I don't think she's. I don't know. I don't know if she's played yet or not.
Everybody wish Alan a happy birthday. I'll make a post tomorrow about it. But yeah, he's old man. We're about to go back, have ourselves a cigar. He got himself a new little helmet he can put on. Why don't you put the helmet on for the people?
Real quick, the nicknames for the Phantom players: BG, Unicorn, Sabrina, Marina, Cloud, and Lou.
Is Sabrina and Marina twins?
No. A lot cooler if they were.
We were gonna do a beer review like this, but then we realized he couldn't get the beer in his mouth.
Can't drink the beer.
I wonder how it sounds. I wonder if it's you say you look crazy with that beard. When are you gonna cut that damn thing?
When are you gonna cut your face?
When are you gonna get a haircut?
When are you gonna get a haircut?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Cool story.
I get it every other week. There you go. All right. We're going to get out of here. Oh, yeah, take the... Careful there. Might rip your damn ears off.
Yeah, we're good. I don't need ears.
But, yeah, we're going to get out of here. I think we're going to do one more video, obviously, for Patreon. Maybe something else as well. But...
we got beer reviews to record for the Bureau that Old School bought us. Again, thank you, Old School, for that. We appreciate it. We're going to record a beer review with all 3 of the different flavors of that. Yeah. So look for that to drop. We did record a beer review for the Michelob Ultra Zero. That will be dropping here. Maybe that won't be tomorrow since this one just came out. I don't know. Bureau just came out too. So they're both newer NA beers that have just recently come out. So look for those reviews to come out. I wish I did.
Smells like hot wings.
I'd be a lot cooler if I did. So, but you know what, guys? Thank you so much. If you're not part of the Patreon, check it out. Patreon.com/strikeoutbeer. You get in for as low as $3 a month to help buy us a beer. And you get some extra content over there.
Yeah.
So, but hey, we love you guys. As always, I'm Alan.
I'm RD.
Talk to you later. Deuces.